Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Foots here, and want to do something quick for you guys today. Got the jacket on, got the shades on, cowboy blue. So I'm on my lunch break, and I've been gathering a bunch of combine information. So over this past weekend, I can honestly say that this combine was one of the most entertaining, informational-based combines in a while. You think about the way the DBs ran, the D linemen, the linebackers, Devin Bush, Devin White. You think about, look at Montez Sweat, for example. I mean, him being a headliner running that 4.42, running faster than, let's be honest, a lot of the running backs. All in all, I think that you see where the game is going. It's going to speed. It's transitioning to athleticism, and it's transitioning to you have to be able to run and you have to be able to change direction. You were able to see in some of these drills, some of these guys just had stiff hips. They really, really did. Then you were able to see some of these guys who really, they've been coached up in knowing what the game is going to be at the next level, whether it's a safety being able to cover or carry a tight end, whether it's a linebacker who's going to be able to cover and carry a running back coming out the backfield. I thought that the running backs really underperformed. I mean, you think about a guy like Evander Holyfield's son, Elijah Holyfield. I mean, it was awful. As big as he is and as strong as he is, there's really not a place for running backs in the league if you don't have any juice, if you don't have any burst. So those are just kind of some examples of really how phenomenal, this 2019 combine was. Obviously, the headliner, and it really has nothing to do with the combine. I mean, with the Cowboys is that, Kyler Murray is probably going to be an Arizona Cardinal. Cool. And what's going to happen is all of these quarterbacks are going to get pushed up, whether they can play or not. I've been on record. I love Kyler Murray. I'm not drafting, he's just too small. And I think people have kind of made themselves like Kyler Murray. Well, good luck with that, Arizona, because if you can't protect them, and in Arizona's offensive line was bad, but this is just one example. If you can't protect them, what sense does it make? And then you're hiring a guy like Cliff Kingsbury. So those college offenses and these teams wanting to, find these offenses more or less, just buyer beware when it comes to that. I mean, because I'll be honest, that stuff works in college, but that's because you're playing against, future doctors and dentists and lawyers. When you're playing against good talent, good speed, it always doesn't work like that. So you gotta be mindful of that. But anyway, I got 5 names for you all that the Cowboys, all right, would target. And these guys really came out to the combine and they really kind of swung the needle. And now, scouts, fans, all of us, we have to go back, kind of do some more research, because I have a couple names on this list where I got to say, all right, let me go dig deeper because of the way that they moved, the way that they ran their 40, the bench press that they put up, all of those things. And these guys have already been kind of tied to the Cowboys, but now I just want to give, my thoughts and how I think it may make sense. So I got some notes here. You guys can't see it because I'm outside on this courtyard, and I got me a nice little spot where I'm able to post up. But I got some notes here. So my 5 are Renell, Wren, Darnell Savage, Maryland safety. Renell Wren is a D tackle from Arizona. I've been high on him, and he went out, he really performed well. Juan Thornhill, all right. So I was kind of up and down on him. He was like my 5th ranked safety. The way that he moved, I got to go back and look at some film and see some things and kind of make myself now fall in love with him. Josh Oliver, tight end, and then Dalton Risner, all right, tackle, could possibly move to guard from Kansas State. So let's kind of get into Renell Wren. So the 40 times for a D tackle doesn't really matter much, but the 30 reps on the bench press, the vertical jump, 32 inches, that's huge for a guy who's 318 pounds. I mean, that's special. The broad jump, the 3-cone shuttle, the 20-yard shuttle, 4.53, like, that's special. So when the Cowboys go to their draft board, you're probably going to have to draft a guy like this, number 2. In the 2nd round. So would the Cowboys do that? Let's see. I think that he instantly hits a need as far as being able to be that plugger, but he also has some athleticism to him. So I think it's something that the Cowboys could possibly flirt with the idea of taking this player. I mean, he's a freak. He really is, and he's not sloppy, and I think that Marinelli will be able to mold him into something special. All right, guys, let's look into this Darnell Savage, all right? So this Savage, right, I really like this kid a lot, man, because I didn't know how he was being used in Maryland, right? And I didn't, his athleticism didn't really jump off the page. Then you see at the combine how his hips look, the fierceness he runs. You know, he ran a 4.3. And you kind of like, wait a minute. I got to go back. Now, the strength kind of bothers me. I think he's a willing tackler, but now I got to go back and see, because he really did blow the combine up. He did. I mean, his lateral quickness, his hips look very, very good. He wasn't stiff at all. So now I got to go back, do some homework, and see how he fits with a guy like Xavier Woods. What was the production like? I know he had a couple picks, but what was the production like? How did Maryland use him? What kind of scheme did they run? And the same with Juan Thornhill, all right? The Cowboys are in a market for a safety. So you bring in a guy like Thornhill, again, good times all across the board, all right? Ran the 4.42, the bench press, 21 reps, so that's good for a safety. My question with him was, does he want to come up and does he want to stick, all right? But if you lose out on Earl Thomas, this is a real need because, again, we got to upgrade Jeff Heath. I like him. I just don't love him. I think that he's more of a rotational special teams player. You bring in a guy like Thornhill. Now, he did have good production, had a bunch of picks at Virginia. You bring in a guy like Thornhill, the one thing I could say, he can move laterally. I saw that on tape. So now what we really need to see is how is he able to fit in a scheme like what the Cowboys do, but he definitely blew it up. All right, now this one right here, this next player, Josh Oliver. All right, so obviously the news that broke was on Jason Witten and what to do with the tight end position. So obviously we have Schultz. We don't know what's going to happen with Swain, and we have Jarwin. But I don't think that handicaps Dallas from drafting the tight end. I really don't. Now, this group, the tight end position, I'll be honest, they performed the best to me. I like them as a whole, and I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I mean, you see the way that Noah Fant was able to move. Fant moved so well. He really did. I mean, for a while it was like Hawkinson. When Noah Fant comes out and runs that 4.5, and it's like, damn. Maybe it's not Hawkinson. Maybe it is a guy like Noah Fant. Irv Smith looked good. Hawkinson is still a bona fide #1, a first-round pick. But all in all, I mean, Nada looked good. And I like this Josh Oliver. So when you guys hear Sandiego State, some of you guys are going to get scared because of, obviously, the waffle with Gavin Escobar. But when you look at Oliver's tape, he's a better football player than Escobar. He really, really is. So let's see how, you know, things pan out with this guy. I mean, he goes out, he runs the 4.63. All right. Again, faster than a lot of running backs. 22 reps on the bench, 34-inch vertical. So what you would now need to figure out is, can he be used in line? The problem with Oliver is the quarterback play that he had at Sandiego State was terrible. If you go look at the film, I mean, it was awful. But you do see separation as a pass catcher. And you see a flowy, smooth-looking athlete. So I don't think that tight end is off the books. And I do think a guy like Oliver could be on the Cowboys' radar. He would be on mine. I mean, he fits the bill. He's a better football player than Gavin Escobar. Gavin Escobar was more like a post-up, you know, former basketball player. He didn't really have football in his blood. You listen to Josh Oliver talk, he's all in, all right? He really is. He just has that look about him. And the last one is Dalton Risner. So Joe Rod hit this on his video. You guys make sure you go check out Joe Rod's Cowboys Met With. And the thing I like about Dalton Risner is he's a football finish guy, all right? So you watch him, you watch the way that he anchors down, you watch his feet. He just looks like he's a product. He's finished. He's a finished product. That's what I say, a football finished guy. His product, he's ready to go now. Now, flirt with guard, flirt with tackle. You know, that got us in trouble last year with Connor Williams, but I do believe that he's on the Cowboys' radar. I like the way he looked at the combine. He ran the 5.03 40. But, you know, the broad jump was good. The reps were not bad. Kind of wanted some more reps on the bench press, but his feet, everything is underneath them. He looks clean, he looks good. So I think that he could be a possible target in the second round for the Cowboys. All right, guys, it's your boy Foots here. Just wanted to give you guys these quick nuggets. Gonna do my post-combine mock. Gonna have that up for you guys on Wednesday. This is Tuesday now. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the combine. It was fun, you know, the run rich run. Wasn't the same without Mike Mayock, but it was fun. It really was. And like you said, what you got to do now as a scout, as a fan, go back, do some more homework and see, oh, I didn't have this guy here. Does this make sense? You know, some of the receivers, some of the speed. You know, I know we're not in the market for a receiver early. At least I don't think so. But like a guy like N'Keal Harry, I really like the way that he worked out, and I didn't think he would be that fast. So for him to run a 4.53 at that weight was really good. But then you see a guy like DK Metcalf. Okay, DK Metcalf, obviously he blew up the combine, but you know the production isn't there. You know, he's never been a 1,000-yard receiver. So some of these things you have to be careful of. You really, really do. You know, Metcalf, Laquan Treadwell, Corey Davis, you start to get scared of these jump ball guys. They get in the league and they can't separate from these corners. Their route running isn't defined. So all of those things you got to take into consideration. But it's your boy Foots, y'all. I love talking to you guys at work, man. I'm out here on this courtyard, just talking ball all day. Got the notes here. Like I really love football, man. I love the game. I hope you guys love the game as much as me. It's your boy Foots, guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Peace.